Do you feel heightened and crazy emotions sometimes and you don't know why? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you why that happens and how to navigate through it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining energy upgrades because right now we are in a very powerful one. We've literally just had the equinox, the spring equinox, and now we have these very powerful energies of the new. So what is happening is a lot of purging, a lot of stuff coming to the surface so that it can leave us, so that we can be new, to be in alignment with these energies of spring. You are probably feeling these energies. If you're on a channel like this, you're probably a light worker. You're probably a very sensitive, intuitive person, just like I am. So you're probably feeling these heightened emotions right now. Just last night, because the energies of this time of this equinox are so strong, I actually, something that always happens to me happened, which is where, as I'm going to sleep, I kind of go into this very unusual state where I'm like half awake and half asleep, and I'm sensing these incredibly powerful energies that are happening on the planet right now. And I'm sensing all these different spiritual beings around me, and I'm feeling and seeing this energy work, this upgrade that is happening right now. And then what happened is when I fell asleep, I actually had very intense dreams, which I always do at times like this. And it was very interesting because my dream reflected exactly what the planet is going through during this energy update. So my dream was mostly about death. So what I actually experienced was I actually died in many different ways during this dream, which sounds very dark. But this is in alignment with what is happening right now, because this is a time where these issues within us, our fears, our problems, our darkness comes to the surface so that it can be purged, so that it can release, so that we can be new, so that we can upgrade and reach new levels of consciousness, awareness, a higher frequency. This is what happens right now. So my dream was about lots of death. And then after I experienced that section of my dream, after that, I literally experienced a section of dream on each of my particular fears and problems that are coming to the surface now. So this whole dream, all of the sections on my particular fears that are coming up right now, and the death, this encapsulates the energy upgrade we are currently going through, because all of our issues are going to be coming to the surface so that they can essentially die, so that they can leave us. They are being purged, coming to the surface, and then leaving us so that we can be new, so that we can energetically upgrade, so that we can reach a new level of existence, a new frequency. But the problem for many people is that it's a small number of people that actually understand what is happening. Like you who is watching this, you probably understand what is happening. When you feel these heightened emotions, you probably understand that this is the energy that's happening right now. Like, for example, it's the same with a full moon. Full moons, because it's intense energy, it's a purging, it's an upgrade, it brings things to the surface so that they can purge, leave us, and so that we can reach a new level, a new frequency, an energetic upgrade. So, but the thing is, if you don't understand energetic upgrades, like most people don't, what ends up happening is when they feel these heightened emotions, they just think that it is them. They just think that they are doing something wrong. They think, oh my God, all these issues are coming up. There's something wrong with me. I'm feeling miserable. All of these fears are coming to the surface. There's just something wrong with me. I'm super insecure. I'm depressed. I have all these issues. And This is what happens when you don't have an awareness of what is actually happening. When you feel these intense emotions, you take it on as yourself. And this is not what you want to do during this time. And this has been a game changer for me, learning about this. It's been a game changer for me to now, as opposed to years ago, because I've always been an extremely sensitive person. So I've always I feel the different energy every single day. And like on the full moon, I would feel the energy intensely. But if you don't have an awareness of what is happening, you don't know, okay, the planet is just going through an energetic upgrade, so my nasty stuff's coming to the surface so that it can be released. So if you don't understand that, what happens is you just take it on as yourself, and you end up getting into a not a very productive place. And so during this time when these things happen, you are going to feel like shit. I'm not going to lie to you. You will feel like shit. Like I felt like shit yesterday on the equinox. I felt like utter crap. But the key here, the trick, is understanding what is happening. Because if you don't understand what is happening, if you don't understand why you feel like shit, you just end up feeling even more like shit. But if you understand why you are feeling that way, you are then empowered. So if you understand that you feel miserable because your bad stuff is coming to the surface so that it can be released, so that it can be purged, so that you can reach new levels of life, new frequencies, an upgrade. When you understand that, it allows you to stay, in a sense, detached from these intense emotions. And that is the key when we go through these energetic upgrades like we do on the full moons and like we are going through now with the equinox. The key to that is being aware of why you feel the way that you feel, what it means, what it's going to result in, and therefore being able to stay detached from that emotional kind of outburst. Because when you don't understand what's happening, you may end up reacting based on these heightened emotions, which you don't want to do. What you want to do during these times, when you understand what is happening, you want to say, okay, I see that happening. I see these heightened emotions. I see my fears and my problems coming up. I see it happening, but I'm going to stay detached because I understand that that is happening because I am upgrading. I understand that these are things that are coming up that need to leave me. And once I have allowed it to leave me, I'm then going to be upgraded. I'm going to be living on a higher frequency. I'm going to be lighter. I'm going to be freer. I'm going to be upgraded. So when you can do that, it allows you to have this level of detachment so that you aren't turning into a crazy person like we see many people do on the full moons. You see, it's very hard not to react, to not be impulsive and react on these emotions when we are in them. So this is why staying aware of why they are happening and therefore being able to be detached is going to help you navigate through these situations. People who don't understand what is happening during these energetic upgrades, like on the full moons, we see people basically turning into werewolves on the full moon. I've been that person. Like, I usually stay away from people on the full moon because I know that during this time, I'm going to be very intolerant. I know that during this time, it's going to be a lot harder for me to not act on these emotions that are coming up, because they're so strong during this time because they are purging. So I understand this, so I'm able to navigate through this easier. You know, I'm not going to go out of my house and start arguments with people and react on all of these emotions, because I understand that during these upgrades, we are very emotional, we are very intolerant, and so we want to stay away from being too impulsive, you know? And so, as I said, the key to this is understanding why it is happening as, you know, seeing that it's an upgrade, so understanding why it's happening, and therefore not taking on these emotions as your own so much, seeing you're feeling these emotions because the planet's going through an upgrade. So these things are going to come up for you just like they're coming up for everyone, and therefore you don't want to react on them. You just want to watch it and let it pass, and in a sense be happy because you know that you're upgrading. And what was I going to say? I totally forgot. So yeah, for me, I have actually, this might sound crazy to you or you might really resonate with it, but for me, I have learned, like, I'm someone who is in love with her misery. God, like, when a new problem comes up for me that's making me frigging miserable, I'm like, yes, the universe is giving me another opportunity to become freer, to become upgraded, to reach new levels of life, to become lighter, because every time an energy upgrade like the equinox or the full moon brings up issues for you, it's giving you an opportunity to release them. And once you have gone through that miserable period of experiencing your problems, your fears, so that you can release them, after you have done that, you are now lighter, you are now freer. You have expanded, you have upgraded, and that is what is happening right now. I felt crazy yesterday. I felt angry. I felt, you know, all these things coming up, but I understood why it was happening. And I understand that once we've gone through this energetic upgrade, we are going to be new for the spring, you know? And we will blossom just like the flowers are, and we will be on a new frequency, a higher frequency, a new level of life, and we will be able to reach new levels that we were not able to reach before we purged and upgraded. So this is what happened for me. I have learned to completely be in love with my problems and my misery, because I understand that it's actually an opportunity to expand, which is what we came here to do, and then reach new levels of life because we have expanded and we've become freer and we've become lighter. So always remember during these times, always remember why your emotions are heightened. If you wake up one day and you feel super heightened emotions, just remember that it's probably because the planet is going through an upgrade and therefore we're purging. Don't ever assume, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. You know, like, oh, I'm further back in my spiritual journey than I thought I was because I'm feeling all these fears come up. That's not what's happening. If you are feeling these heightened emotions, take it as a sign that you're actually on the right path, because you are on the path to expansion. You are in alignment with these energy upgrades, which means you are on the right path. And like I said, the trick to going through this is just understanding why it's happening, and therefore keeping this level of detachment, seeing it happen, but also asking, can I accommodate this purging in any way? For example, if you're feeling fear or pain be coming up because of an old relationship that ended in a way that you aren't happy with, like a friendship, maybe ask yourself, okay, can I go and talk to that person and heal together? And that may be the way in which that you can assist this purging. But don't take it on as your own. Don't say, oh my God, there's something wrong with me, because that's not what's happening. It's about this balance between detachment and also seeing it, letting it happen, and accommodating it in any way it needs. That's the key to these energy updates. And remember, always remember before you just jump into your fears and problems, that it means that you are upgrading, you are healing, you are purging to reach new levels of frequency, new levels of life, new expansion. And this is what we came here to do as energetic beings. We came here to have problems so that we can release, purge, become expanded, and become freer. You cannot become freer without first releasing the fears and issues that you have within you. So it takes a period of misery, it takes a period of purging to reach new levels of life, new levels of expansion, higher frequencies, which is what you came here to do. So always remember that during these times. And you may become crazy like me and actually end up loving your misery. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope it helped you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.